Welcome to chapter number 4, which is identifying your prospects and targets. That means those people who may need the CRM or those who may purchase the CRM from you. Many times we invest our time in such persons who probably never needed a CRM, and it can be very frustrating. So, in this chapter, we will learn with which customers we are going to have only tea and with whom we are going to do business. In short, if I may say, for selling the CRM, you have to understand how your customers behave with their customers. So, in this chapter, we will understand a scenario where CRM is required for sales. Here, I will explain to you why and when customers need a CRM for managing their sales so that you can pitch them at the right time and in the right way. The second is the scenario where the CRM is required for service. Again, why the customer needs a CRM to manage his service process and when he needs it. The third is the CRM required for special purposes. There are some examples of industries where the CRM is specially used to manage their process. And the fourth is the practical tips to identify your targets and prospects, where I will guide you as to how you can easily identify your prospects and targets and how, what, and when you can pitch effectively for them. And the fifth one is a bonus video for you, where I will explain the examples of industries. I will give you a number of examples of industries where you can pitch the CRM and which processes they seek to manage through the CRM and how you can handle their objective. Okay? I mean, how to understand their problem and pitch the CRM. So, welcome to the section 1, which is a scenario where the CRM is required for sales. In this topic, I will cover ease of sales versus ticket size. You might feel it is a bit heavy while listening, but I'm going to make it very easy for you with the help of a diagram. And trust me, it is very important. So don't miss it. Example of sales process where CRM is required. Come, let me explain this to you with the help of a diagram. So in this diagram, on the x-axis, we have the sales cycle. That means when the customer needs to sell any product, it's the time taken during the selling of that product. That is the sales cycle. On the y-axis, we have the customer's ticket size. Here we are going to divide your customers into 4 categories. Number 1, those whose sales cycle is very short. That means the customer walks in, asks for something, and you give it to them immediately. This short. And its ticket size is also small, and the margin on the product is also very small. Who might come under this category? A sweetmeat shop, right? A grocery store owner or retailers. What do you think? Do these people need a CRM? The answer is a big no. Because the reason is neither do they need to follow up with their customers, nor is there any complexity in their sales. They do not need a CRM and they can never be our customers. Let us now see the second category of customers whose sales cycle is short, but product margin is very good. Who might come under this category? Maybe a jeweler or hotels or an Apple iPhone store, right? What do you think? Do these people need a CRM? And the answer is both yes and no. First, I'll explain to you why the answer can be a no. Here, there is one jewelry shop, or one hotel, or one Apple iPhone store. Here, the owner himself attends the counter. Mostly all his customers are known to him, and the data is also centralized. So, here it may not be really required. But let me change the scenario and tell you that there is one jewelry shop and it has multiple branches, or a chain hotel with multiple properties, or an Apple iPhone store with multiple branches. Now, here the CRM is needed. Yes. Why? I will explain. Suppose it is a hotel, or a jewelry store, or whatever it is. There are multiple sources where inquiries are received. They may have been published on a website or published on a portal like Just Dial, India Mart, and so and so. So, to capture all the inquiries and collate them at a central place, right? And the same data might be used to know the customer's anniversary date, birth date, and send offers to them. And the third and important one to know, how much business is generated from which branch. For this reason, they go with the CRM. I hope you have clearly understood the difference between the scenarios 1 and 2. Now we will talk about the third category of your customers whose sales cycle is long, but the product margin is a bit less, and the ticket size is also small. Who might come under this category? For example, we can say the networking providers, correct? You must have seen what the networking providers, what they usually do. They visit the site, assess the site thoroughly and consult, understand everything, and then they start implementing, correct? However, as the product margin is very less, they struggle. From there, even if they get the CRM, they may not renew it or they do not use it because they're already struggling in that business, correct? So here they don't need it. I can give you another example in real estate domain. There are small brokers who find rooms on rent, etc. There too CRM will not be used. The reason is usually they struggle due to their profit margin, correct? Hence here a CRM will not be taken in most of the cases. Now we'll talk about the fourth category of customers whose sales cycle is quite long and the product margin is also very good or the ticket size is quite good. Boss, these are our precise prospects and customers. Here you are sure to give the CRM. In what way? I will give you an example where the ticket size is good and the product margin is also very good. And the sales cycle is also long. So who comes under this category? Like machinery products, base company, right? Or who else? IT software companies also. And count in real estate too, with big projects, multiple projects, more than three, and big projects. They also come under this. And the big players like financial services are also there, and so on. There are manufacturing companies. Here CRM is required because when sales cycle is longer, follow up with the customer is required. See, customer follow up is the most important thing, right? Where follow up is involved, some of the other mechanism is required which will remind to follow up. One is for follow up with the customers, and two, there is complexity in their business. That too they need to manage. Process by process monitoring is done. At such places, obviously, CRM is certainly required. The product margin is also good, so they won't be struggling, correct? Here, the CRM will certainly be taken. This is our customer. And I hope with the help of this diagram, I was able to explain to you who is it and on whom we should invest our time and with whom not to. To summarize it in brief, let me repeat once again. Number one, whose sales cycle is short and product margin is less. Please do not approach them. They are not our customers. Second, whose sales cycle is short, product margin is good. Usually, if it is just one branch, please don't go there. If they are dealing in multiple branches, then you can pitch for the CRM. Third, where the sales cycle is long and product margin is less and hence they struggle. Like I mentioned, IT networking people or small real estate brokers. They are many in numbers. You can find them in your contacts. Here they would be struggling. Do not put in much efforts. Approach them, but only if you think it is really a possibility. Otherwise, don't approach them. Otherwise, you can skip them. And the fourth one, who are our customers, where the sales cycle is long and the product margin is good and the ticket size is also good. But remember one thing, team size always matters. If we look at the same scenario with a different perspective, where the customer's sales cycle is long, ticket size is also big, and the product margin is also very good, but the workforce is only of 4. So here they can easily manage on a diary or an Excel sheet. They will not need the CRM, obviously. So always pay attention to the team size of the customer whenever you are pitching or approaching for the CRM. And I hope that this diagram has helped you to understand with whom you should invest your time and with whom not to. Now I'm going to give you an example of those industries which may need the CRM to manage their sales. Okay? The reason is that the whole section was from the sales perspective, correct? Alright. Let us first talk about account-based selling companies. Here are the businesses which sell something repeatedly to their customers. For example, mutual funds, SIP investments, they are made every month. Right? Here the CRM may be required if they have a good ticket size. Because as I've told you already, team size always matters. The second one are the cross-selling and the upselling companies. These are the businesses which provide multiple services to their customers. They cross-sell various products or services or sell an upgraded version of the same product. Here the CRM is required by those people for managing the marketing, database, cross-selling and upselling. And the third one is subscription and renewal-based companies. IT software, maybe machine maintenance or cleaning contracts, or maybe IT hardware who provide AMC, etc. Here, these businesses require CRM because whenever their contracts with the customers expire, They need to follow up with the customers for renewals. Here too, CRM is required, but make sure the team size is good. And and the last one is the telecallers. Here the CRM is very much needed. The reason is there are several telecallers. People get lead releases. Which leads are assigned to which callers, what is the progress, what is the status, how many are converted, how many are dead, so on and so forth. Marketing, database. Here too, CRM is used to manage the telecallers. So in this video, we understood where do we need to pitch for the CRM, to what size of customers, what type of customers, which are the different types of industries based on the sales. In our next section, we'll talk about the help desk based CRM, where that may be needed. But before that, I have to make a request to all of you, a homework for you. Please go through your own database and check, as we understood with the help of the diagram, or how we have segregated the customers, defined who can be pitched for the same. How many are there in your database? So that after completing this course, you can actually start working to sell the CRM and achieve the best. Thank you. See you in the next video.